so grateful that you've come here to celebrate with us tonight. We couldn't do the work that we do without partnerships, and a lot of you that are here already are working with us in many ways to support the work that we do, and it is a partnership that that a lot of the work that we do wouldn't happen without, so we appreciate that. This evening is really about celebrating partnerships. I became the executive director of Trellis for Tomorrow in 2018, and a lot has happened since then. It's been an interesting time, both for Trellis, we've grown a lot, and also as a country and a society, we've had a lot of interesting times. But one of the things that I am most proud of about Trellis and the work that we do is that everything we do is based through partnership. All of our programs, every single one of them, our Seed Skills program, for example, we partner with affordable housing communities and Hobart's Run, which is a community organization to provide spaces where our young people can garden, learn gardening skills, learn life skills, learn leadership skills, career readiness, get paid to do work, and then get good food back into the community. We could not do that program without the partnerships with those organizations. Our Food for All program, Saint-Gobain, which we'll talk a little bit more about, is one of our long-standing Food for All partners. Our Food for All program, where we partner with 25 different organizations across 5 counties to grow over 30,000 pounds of organic produce every year. It's an incredible partnership with not only those individual organizations, but all of the people, hundreds and hundreds of people that work in those gardens to maintain, to harvest, and to distribute that food to food banks and food pantries and people that need it. So those partnerships are extremely important to us. And then our Grow Careers program, where we work with young people to place them in internships and pay them and coach them and mentor them. Those partnerships with our host organizations, mostly nonprofits, that benefit from having an intern, but also support those interns in their journey of thriving. Those partnerships are critical as well. So this is an evening to thank those individuals and those partners and you all that help to make that happen. There are 2 particular partnerships I just wanted to mention tonight. One is Jeffrey Miller Catering, which is our wonderful caterer tonight. And let's give them a little round of applause. Thank you all for enjoying this amazing food. Tony, where are you? You out here? Raise your hand. There's Tony. He doesn't like to be called out, but he has done an unbelievable job. We've worked with Jeffrey Miller Catering for the last 3 years doing our events, and they never disappoint. The quality of the service, the quality of the food is incredible, and they're just a joy. They also have a very sustainable business model where they compost, they work with nonprofits. They are a wonderful organization. So if you have any opportunities or needs for events, please check them out and chat with Tony because he's amazing. But also, most importantly for tonight is our partnership with Saint-Gobain. I hope you all are enjoying this incredible space that we have here, which is really special. It is a LEED certified building, LEED Platinum certified building. And for those of you that are not familiar with the LEED certification process, this is a process that organizations go through to meet really high standards, not only of environmental sustainability in building, but also of how they interact with the people in those buildings and the way that the buildings are operated. It's an exceedingly difficult standard to meet, and it shows incredible leadership. We have been partners with Saint-Gobain as a garden partner since 2017, and you'll be hearing a little bit more about what that partnership looks like. But over the course of that time, they've engaged hundreds of their employees to work in the garden. How many of you did a garden tour tonight? And it's beautiful, isn't it? It's a gorgeous garden. We built 20 beds in 2017, and we just rebuilt those beds recently in the last last month, to replace them with resilient beds, which are going to last 3 times as long. And will enable Saint-Gobain to sustain that gardening for many, many years to come. But that kind of program, both the LEED building, which you're experiencing, even the air quality and the lighting and everything is a part of that experience. That and the garden partnership, that takes true leadership. That is a different kind of leadership. It comes from the top, and it needs to be supported by those individuals at the top. So I'd like to give a round of applause and thank you for Sangaban and their incredible work. And I'd like to introduce Bob Panera, who is the Chief Operations Officer for Sangaban, to talk a little bit about their perspective on our partnership. So come on up here, Bob.
Thank you, Jennifer. Usually I don't need the microphone, but I'll be here tonight. It is our honor to host you tonight at our beautiful headquarters. We're very proud of it. But more important, we're very proud to celebrate our partnership with Trellis for Tomorrow. Just a little bit about Sangaban. Our purpose is to make the world a better home. So I think that's very, very important, and I think it's very consistent with what Trellis is doing. We achieve this goal through our people, our products, our innovation, and then also through our North America Foundation that Joe's going to talk about a little bit more later. It's very important with our purpose to make the world a better home to find partners who hold similar values that we have. And we have certainly found that in Trellis. From youth programs to providing food to food banks, Trellis is truly doing the work to make our community here in Chester County a better home. So, not only do we share a common goal to help our young people gain the skills they need to succeed, we also share a very deep commitment to sustainability. We, like many other companies, we have a goal to be net zero in terms of carbon by 2050. I think we need to beat that, but that's our goal. So sustainability is really in our DNA. To see the young people outside in our gardens growing food for others to enjoy fits so well with our drive towards sustainability. We are proud to be part of this organization and cannot wait to continue our work for a very long time with Trellis. I hope you're enjoying tonight. The food is fantastic. The garden tours were wonderful. I now would like to introduce my colleague and good friend, Joseph Bondi, who is VP General Manager of Sounding Products Group and President of the Sangaban Foundation.
Thank you, Bob. It's really such an honor to host Trellis and have the opportunity to celebrate our partnership together. As Jennifer said, it goes back to 2017 when we installed our garden that you had a chance to tour, but also through our partnership and sponsorship and support for the Seed Skills program, which, as you know, does such an amazing job to support youth in developing life skills and other skills that will prepare them for future careers, all centered around their work in the garden. And really, that is such a core and foundational element of what we try to do through our foundation. So we have 4 pillars that we focus in on for our Sangaban Foundation. The first is around affordable housing, which fits with our mission as a building products company. Our sustainability focus comes into our second pillar, which is around sustainable construction. Then our other 2 pillars really focus on people. And one of those is workforce development, and another is STEM education. And so that partnership and alignment with Trellis and Seed Skills really just fits so well with what we are trying to do in being better partners and better stewards of our communities. And so really Trellis just fits super well with who we are and what we're all about. And so coming back to our efforts here, again, just so happy that the rain held off, that you got to see the garden and experience the garden. 20 raised beds that have produced over 16,000 pounds of fresh and organic produce that has supported 64,000 meals out into the community since its inception. And it's really also very special to have the opportunity tonight to recognize our volunteers that make that happen. So I would really love for our Sangamon employee volunteers, Lynn, Leslie, and others to, you can step forward, raise your hand. Have the opportunity to recognize you for what you do. Right? So that happens through their volunteer efforts. So I guess to really bring it to a bit of a close before I turn it back to Trellis, we again are proud to be partners with Trellis, proud to have the opportunity to work with Trellis and other organizations like Trellis to support Chester County and be good partners and be good stewards again of the community. So I want to thank Trellis for the partnership. And before I turn it back over, also thank Eric and, Roger?
Roger, yeah.
Roger, yes, for their amazing wine and beer pairings that they put together for us tonight. So give them a hand as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And of course, it wouldn't be a Trellis event if we didn't get to hear from our youth. So I'm gonna ask David to come up, and I think we have a couple of young people that would like to share some of their experiences with you.
Let's go.
Great. This is David Ryle, our Director of Program.
And Holly to join us up here too. As Jennifer said, my name is David. I'm very happy to be here. As I look around this room, there's so many familiar faces of people that have been part of our network and our world for these last years. I'm new to the room, and if you're new to Trellis, we're so glad to have you here. But our work really hinges on these partnerships, these connections, these supports. Making a difference in the community takes a lot of people doing a lot of things right at the same time, and we could not do our work without your support. So I'm so glad that you're here. But these incredible people on either side of me are really the stars of the show for us. We get to work with a lot of amazing young people every summer, every growing season. Some of them stay with us for years on end, growing and changing over time. So I asked Holly and Zari to share a little bit of their experience, and they might read a little bit from their phone or from what they prepared, but I'd like you to give a warm round of applause to Holly, and then we'll...
Hi guys, I'm Holly. I'm 16 years old and I've been with Trellis since 2023. I first started in summer 2023 and I was nominated to be crew leader by one of my mentors. And I did springboard in spring of 2024, and this past summer I was a crew leader at Parks Green Apartments. One of my most impactful memories that I've had at PSA was last summer, 2023. We were cleaning out our garden shed, and we noticed that it was really run down. The roof was all broken, and like all of our equipment was wet, and we couldn't everything was just broken. And I created a petition, and I had like everybody in my garden that wanted to repair the shed sign the petition, and I sent it over to Grace and David, and we built a shed in fall of 2023.
Nice.
And yeah, it was a great experience for my leadership, and I really learned how to, get everybody to collaborate, especially since we all had different mindsets and we all had different goals in life, and it was really cool just to see everybody come together to complete that specific goal.
I just want to piggyback on that really quickly to say, Holly touched on this briefly, and I know that over the course of your experience with this, you really have come out of your shell over the last couple of years.
When we first started the Seed Skills program, we were seeing a lot of kids be with us at 12, 13, 14 years old, and then there was a steep drop off in participation. And we really asked ourselves, like, what can we do about that? How can we create opportunities for young people to stay with us longer, have more opportunities to grow, and take what they've learned and share it with others? And that's when we developed the leadership track, which Holly was just telling you about. Both Holly and Zari are either on or alumni of our leadership track. And last year, when I opened my email and I got a petition from our youth saying, "Do we need a new shed, Mr. Ryle? Like, you need to work harder and find the money so that we can have a better shed. We'll build it. I've got 12 signatures and, get moving." I was like, okay, something's working around here and I have to work more hours this week. So I just want to say thank you for your leadership. Thank you for the way that you're while you're still clapping, I'm going to pass it over to Zari.
Hello, my name is Zari Gallen. I am 21 years old and I've been involved with Trellis in the past 4 years since 2020. This program helped me a lot. Before I joined, I was pretty much a shut-in. Stayed in my room, kept to myself, either watching like YouTube or playing video games. And when I did join Trellis, I don't know when, but something started to change like within me. And I started to become more outspoken. I found my voice and I became I would say a better person because of it. And some very important experiences that I've had, mainly that I want to point to, is when me and a group of other youths all decided to challenge David here to see who can shovel dirt into a wheelbarrow the fastest. We won, of course. But it's something that sticks with me, sticks with David, sticks with everyone who was there to even this day. It was a great example of teamwork and trusting like each other to all rotate perfectly in order to beat his time. We beat it by a lot, by the way. This program, I think, for any parent wanting their kids to join, I'd say it's very, very important that they do join, because I know there's probably a lot of other kids out there who don't to be express themselves that much, and I was the same. I didn't want to do that, but ever since then I've grown. I've continued to grow, and I'll continue to grow after that. I went from a shut-in to a member of an improv group, so that's...
Thank you, Zari. This year we had 65 young people participate in the Seed Skills program. Philip, how many were on the leadership track when we went in? How many are on the leadership track now?
We hi. So we had about 7 going in and 14.
Yeah.
14 joints?
14 joints, so 20 total.
We have 20 young people on our leadership track right now. They're currently meeting with Phil through the fall and making decisions about where we go with the program and what kind of changes they can make for future youth. So, and over the course of this summer, we distributed tens of thousands of dollars in educational grants to these young people to have a first job experience, to learn some new things. So, one more time, Zari and Holly. Who am I supposed to give this to next?
It's actually
All right. Jennifer Anderson, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you, wonderful young people, and David and Phil and everybody just does such an incredible job working with them. Kate, are you ready to come up? So I'd like to introduce the vice chair of our board, Kay Huntsberger, and she's going to share a couple of things.
Yes, thank you. I'm cheating. I put it on for wonderful kids who actually talk to you improv. My job here is to say thank you to everyone. And I didn't want to miss anybody, so I took notes to make sure I did. Right? So first, I want to say thank you to Single Bay. So Joanne, Lynn, and to all the St. Cobain team who helped us support this wonderful night tonight. And so last year we did it at a farm, and it was raining, and etc. It was an experience. But this is much nicer relative to the things that we had to go through in making it happen last year. So I want to say thank you so much for all of your help in making it happen. Okay, thank you. And the next one I want to say thank you to is to the Jeffrey Miller Catering Group, who has been helpful to Trellis for Tomorrow for 3 consecutive years. And to share, my son's actually worked for him in the past, right? And I can vouch for the wonderful food. And I hope you all enjoy the food that you had tonight and had the opportunity to experience it. Then next, I wanted to thank, and I'm going to probably screw this up, the sommelier and the chemistry of beer. So to Eric Palmer for coming up, by the way, from Georgia, to be here tonight to support us. Right? And Roger Garth, who is a professor at Westchester University, who gave us the opportunity and experiences in different beers. And I don't know if anybody did, but I'm a beer drinker, so I tried it. And so it was definitely great. And Sly Fox for actually supporting them. They've actually been a really great sponsor to Trellis for Tomorrow. So next, I wanted to acknowledge the fundraising team. So Gwen Donahue, she's running the room to this She is new to Trellis for Tomorrow. There she's back there. I'm not gonna let you hide. Right? And so she's doing Trellis for Tomorrow this past year and is helping drive our fundraising team that I participate on. And Dave, where's Dave, and Laura, etc. So I think the fundraising team is here tonight. And I want to say thank you to all of you for making this happen too. Right? Last minute things. Right? And so next, I want the Trellis for Tomorrow team to come up, please. And I'm going to make them walk out. I've had the wonderful opportunities the past 2 years to work with this team. And I've had some opportunities to go out and participate in the SEED program, but actually before I joined the board, I spent a few days with the kids. And I cannot tell you, while you described the story, I told you some things yourself. I cannot believe the amazing things I experienced in the days I went to them. This year, I chose a different path. I actually worked with Ollie and the Grow team. And I had an opportunity to actually experience I had an opportunity. I really believe in the development of young kids. It's something I practice. I work at Merck, right? So I work with St. Cobain, getting equipment left to right. And I really believe we all have an opportunity, especially the older generation, to get back to the younger generation and help them with their careers. And so this year I worked with Allie and trying to work with kids coming out of high school and giving them direction in college, right? And so we worked on our resumes, we worked on pitches, and we worked on the idea of networking, which I hope everybody participated in here today, right? And so it was another awesome experience of where these young people here are making a difference. So I just want everybody here to give a round of applause because at the end of the day, to all of you, you make a difference in this world. Next, I want to say thank you to all the board members who are all around here. Sorry. I want to say thank you to all the board members too, right? Who I've had lovely opportunities to participate with, and all of the time that you give to in making all the various activities happen as a part of the board. So again, thank you for the time you give to Trellis for Tomorrow. And lastly, I want to thank everybody who's here today. So some of you have been supporters of Trellis for Tomorrow for years. And we want to say thank you so much for having your great sponsorship in supporting Trellis for Tomorrow. Some of you are actually new. You've arrived here tonight. Maybe this is the first time you've heard some of the stories of Trellis for Tomorrow. I hope you'll think about joining our family. I hope you'll think about how you can get involved with Trellis for Tomorrow. And I want to tell you, you don't necessarily have to be involved about donations. That's one pathway, but you can volunteer your time. I come sometimes to the office and I just do admin work. Sometimes they shoot me an email and I do spreadsheets, right? There are simple things we can all do to give back. And so I really ask you, as a part of your sponsorship, to think about, can you give a few minutes of your time to Trellis for Tomorrow? With that, I'm going to say thank you so much for coming tonight. I hope you enjoyed the event, and I hope we'll get to see more of you. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jennifer. Usually I don't need the microphone, but I'll be here tonight. Thanks again, Jennifer. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sangavon. It is our honor to host you tonight at our beautiful headquarters.